One of the biggest myths about becoming a travel agent is that you need a huge social media following to succeed. Thousands of followers, viral videos, constant marketing. People assume you need a massive audience before you can ever get your first client. The truth is that most travel agents get their first bookings in a much simpler way. And once you understand how it actually works, the whole business starts to make a lot more sense. So in this video, I'm going to explain where new travel agents actually find their first clients. Not theory, not hype, just the real ways people begin building their travel business. Welcome back to Learn.Serve.Earn. On this channel, we talk about how the travel industry works and how people build income helping others plan travel. If you're thinking about becoming a travel agent, there is usually one question that sits in the back of your mind. Where would I even find clients? And it's a fair question because without clients, there's no business. The good news is that the first clients for most travel advisors do not come from advertising or viral content. They come from relationships, they come from conversations, and they come from people who are already planning trips. Let's start with the place almost every travel advisor gets their first couple of bookings. First clients for most travel advisors come from the people they already know. Their friends, their family, their coworkers, their neighbors, people from community groups that they're involved in. At first, that might not sound like much, but relationships really do matter a lot in the travel business because travel is personal. People are trusting someone with their time, their money, and their vacation experience. Trust already exists within your personal network. Think about how often travel conversations happen naturally. Someone mentions they're planning a cruise. Someone's talking about their honeymoon. Someone says they want to visit Europe next year. These conversations happen all the time. When people know you help clients plan travel, those conversations start to turn into opportunities. One of the most common mistakes new travel agents make is staying quiet. They start learning the industry. They study destinations. They explore supplier websites, but they never actually tell people that they are helping clients plan travel. If people do not know what you do, they cannot work with you. You don't need to make a big announcement. You simply need to make people aware. That might be a social media post explaining what you're doing. It might be mentioning it in a normal conversation. It might be sharing travel insights online. You're not begging for business. You're letting people know how you can help. Another way new travel agents find clients is by paying attention to people who are already talking about travel. Look at how often travel plans appear online. Someone posting a honeymoon, someone asking for hotel suggestions, someone talking about visiting Italy. These people are not cold leads. They already want to travel. Sometimes all it takes is offering some helpful information, answering a question, sharing an insight, pointing someone in the right direction. Over time, those helpful interactions build trust. And trust is what turns conversations into bookings. Referrals. Referrals play a huge role in the travel business, but they rarely start big. Most referral chains begin with one satisfied client. You help someone plan a great trip. They tell a friend. That friend tells someone else. Over time, those connections begin to multiply. A single great experience can lead to several future clients. That is why service matters so much. People talk about great travel experiences, and they remember who helped them create those experiences. Another strategy that helps many new travel advisors find clients is focusing on a specific type of travel. So instead of trying to book everything for everyone, they develop a niche. Cruises, luxury travel, honeymoons, adventure trips, family vacations, group travel. See, when you focus on a niche, people begin to associate you with that type of travel. For example, if you're known for helping people plan cruises, cruise conversations start pointing in your direction. A niche helps people remember what you do. Now, the downside is sometimes they only associate you with those things. So don't be afraid to pick a niche, but also generate conversations with people, have conversations with people that talk about other types of travel. When I first started my business, we were called Cruising Duo Travel because it was my wife and I, and we loved to cruise. Cruising Duo, which was great. We got a lot of cruise bookings. It was wonderful. The challenge was when my best friend decided to book a trip to Aruba, he didn't think of me because he thought I was the cruise guy. So don't pick a niche, but don't focus everything just on that niche. Let people know that you do other types of travel as well. Unless you only want to do that one niche and that's it, then that's fine. Now, many new travel agents believe they need to become influencers. They think they need viral videos or massive audiences. But social media works very differently than most people expect. It works best when it builds familiarity, sharing helpful travel information, talking about destinations, explaining how trips work, answering common travel questions. When people see your content regularly, they begin to recognize your knowledge. Recognition builds credibility. Credibility leads to trust. And we already talked about how trust leads to bookings. Now, travel advisors often find clients through local connections as well, community groups, local events, professional organizations, fitness studios, neighborhood networks. Travel is something almost everyone thinks about eventually. Being active in your community naturally creates conversations about travel. And those conversations sometimes lead to new clients. Many people worry about how many clients they'll get. But the first few clients are not about quantity. They are about experience. Those early bookings teach you how the process works. You learn how to communicate properly with a supplier. You learn how to guide your travelers through those decisions. You learn how to manage details and expectations. Each successful trip builds your confidence. The travel business usually grows gradually. The first few clients come from people you know. These clients refer others. Your knowledge grows, your reputation grows. Over time, momentum builds. Consistency matters much more than speed. Showing up, sharing knowledge, helping people, those actions compound over time. If there is one real secret to getting travel clients, it's this. Focus on helping people, not selling. When you guide someone through a complicated travel decision and help them create a great trip, they remember that experience. They trust you. They recommend you. And that's how many travel advisors build long-term successful businesses. So if you're thinking about becoming a travel agent and wondering where your first clients will come from, remember this. Most advisors start with people they already know. They help travelers who are already planning trips. They build trust through helpful conversations and good service. You don't need a huge audience. You need to focus on relationships and helping people plan better trips. If you want to learn more about how the travel industry works and how people build income, make sure you subscribe to this channel. That's about it for today. I hope you have a great day.